Ladies and gents, welcome back to another Better Late Than Ever Gaming In and Out review. That intro, man oh man, so good. And the rest of the game bangs hard as well. One of my favorite OSTs to a game in a while. Now, let's talk story. You play as one of two girls, Misako or Kyoko, who are on a mission to find their allegedly kidnapped boyfriends. Kunio? Yeah, I think it's Kunio. K-U-N-I-O? Yeah, Kunio and Ricky. Yes, that's right, ladies and gents. You fight your way through tons, and I mean tons of enemies and bosses in order to find these boyfriends. Not the deepest story, but the characters you meet along the way is where the most fun takes place. No one seems to know where these missing boys are, and no one seems to really care, which adds to the comical dialogue between Misako, Kyoko, and NPCs.
Can it, Hasabe? It has not been a good day.
I really enjoy running into shops, conversing with the shopkeeper, the trash talk when facing off with the boss, or the hysterical requests when taking on a side mission. All were a blast to experience, and that's due to the pretty decent voice acting, which brought life and energy to characters.
Is that a talking skeleton?
Rude! You act like I'm not even here.
Sorry. How do you talk without lips?
Unimportant! How can I help you? Might I interest you girls in a stuffed monkey?
And now, on to the gameplay. If you haven't noticed by now or were not aware, River City Girls is a beat 'em up, which is one of my favorite genres. You travel from location to the next, beating down waves of enemies until you reach a boss, and then you beat the snot out of the boss, and the cycle continues. River City Girls sticks to what makes a beat 'em up strong while adding a little flavor to the mix. Gameplay is swaggy with a variety of moves and upgrades that'll give your character the edge in battle. Not only can you use your fists and feet to kick butt, but there are objects scattered everywhere you can pick up and chuck at your enemies. Now, movement is what you would expect from a beat 'em up, not too slow nor fast. You have the ability to dash up or down and run if needed. There's combos that can be performed in conjunction with special moves, which seems to be more flash than actually dealing more damage, but I'll be lying if I said the special moves don't look super cool. Plus, they do work well for crowd control. A minor complaint would be the enemies being a bit cheap, but you gotta kinda expect that when playing a beat 'em up. Enemies after being knocked down pose such a threat because they can just get up and immediately start beating on you even if you're throwing punches first. I would always have to give the enemy space after a knockdown or risk getting knocked out myself. Some enemies will pull off counter attacks without any way of me reacting or pulling one off myself. This did not happen too often, but enough to be annoying time to time. Another minor annoyance is the platforming. Gosh, the platforming was totally archaic and could use some fine tuning. Thank goodness there weren't too many platforming sections, but the few that did exist were a bit of a nuisance. Again, there weren't too many. This is not Mario or Rayman or anything like that. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, so for the most part, you're walking or running and going up and down, so it's not a lot of platforming. But the platforming levels that were there, gosh, they were hard. They took some time, and there was fail after fail after fail after fail, just trying to jump over these long chasms. And now let's move on to the presentation. River City Girls is a gorgeous game. From its pixelated gameplay to its comic script cutscenes, the color choice really pops and brings a vibrant look to the aesthetic. The voice acting is a joy and the tunes are top notch. WayForward really went all out when it comes to the soundtrack of this game. It's phenomenal. Kyoko and Misako are such cool characters, and I love what the artist did with their character creation. Like, I really love these two girls as characters. They're incredible, and what made it even more cool is that I played this game, the entire game, from beginning to end with my daughter, right? I was Kyoko and she was Misako, and we had such a good time, and it's hilarious because Misako reminds me of my daughter. Such attitude, man. So much energy and ready to go. Had a blast.
I'm sick of this crappy cosplay spider stick. You look ridiculous.
She's just a little grumpy. Now, about that mini skirt.
Item equals bot. Purchase.
And on to the miscellaneous. It seems that a lot of love and attention to detail went into this project, and it definitely shows. There's a sequel on the way sometime next year, and you can bet your bottom dollar I'm looking forward to that. I'm so grateful good beat 'em ups still exist, and I hope the genre continues to grow, innovate, and reach new heights. Now, let's complete this review with a Yoga Lane, Yoga Yup, Yoga Fire, or Yoga Flame. River City Girls gets a well-deserved Yoga Fire. I had a splendid time playing this, and there's tons of things to do upon completing the game, which adds more value to an already awesome package. Way Forward and Arc Systems, thanks for an incredible game. Really appreciate it. Can't wait for the sequel. Definitely gonna pick that up and play that with my lovely daughter. Peace, love, gaming.
Sure thing. Did she just kick my head? More tell me. My beautiful head. Yeah, you better run. Get up, kid. What's your name?